This is Ring the Damn Bell, your weekly shot of Sixers news, stories, and heartbreak. Let's go trust the neighbors.
Well, good morning and welcome to Ring the Damn Bell. I'm John.
I'm Sinaj.
Well, Sinaj, it was a rough game last night. We lost to the Knicks 112-109. Beat them 2 times. It's always tough to beat a team.
I agree. I'm going to say it was a rough loss, but I'm going to say it was a very entertaining game. And we're not usually positive, but there's some positive takeaways in some sense, but it was a great game. The one thing you want out of these games, sometimes I find them boring, like the Pacers game or whatever. This Knicks game was very exciting. It came down to the end.
It was. I'll tell you what, the first half was phenomenal. I mean, Embiid, man, we're going to talk about Embiid, his wasted effort of, what did he have? Like, 30, what did he have last night? He had 38 points. 38 points, 11 rebounds. He looked like the old Embiid last night. I mean, he was dominant. He was aggressive. Man, I'll tell you what. And it was.
We touch on this a little bit every episode. Oh, Embiid is back, but we really have to talk about, like, I never expected him to come back to this level he is at right now. I wrote him off. I wrote him off 2 months ago. And what I'm seeing now is just, thank you, Embiid. Thank you for proving me wrong.
I'll tell you, I love watching it, Now, so let's talk. So obviously we lost a tough game. Third quarter again, Sinaj. I mean, how does this always happen?
There's a name for it. It's the Nick Nurse special.
Well, let's talk about that. So, we have a great first half. Ball movement is good. We're getting the ball down and Embiid in the post. He's taking the ball to the basket. We come out in the third quarter. Knicks go on a 15-0 run. No timeout. How does that happen? I mean, the momentum shifted. I'll tell you what happened in the third quarter. Obviously, they made some adjustments. They came out with incredibly aggressive defense, playing high on the ball, pressured defense. We couldn't get the ball back in the post. We make no adjustments, right? We're getting crushed on the board. Second chance points, 26-4. I mean, how do you let this go on and no timeout?
So what happened to us is Karl Anthony Towns got into foul trouble, which is the worst thing that could have happened to us, which made Mitchell Robinson start in the third. Mitchell Robinson came out with so much intensity. The Knicks had a game plan, and guess what? Nick Nurse didn't have any adjustments to that.
He didn't. You said the key thing. They came out with incredible intensity in that third quarter, and we made no adjustments.
Here's the problem. Embiid had 28 points in the first half. Amazing. He didn't score his first points in the second half until 8 minutes left in the fourth.
Yeah.
Scoreless in the third, scoreless in the first 4 minutes of the fourth quarter. They couldn't make any adjustments?
No,
what is it?
I'm going to lay this one squarely on Nick's plate here because they made great adjustments. We came out and made none. You have to stop that momentum. You have to stop you got to stop that run, and they just didn't do it. I mean, look, I've listened to a lot of post-game analysis of this. We can say the same thing everybody else did. It all comes down to that. They came out with great intensity in the third period. We lose the third period 30-13, and that's where the game was lost. I mean, they had a 14-0 run in the fourth. They almost came back and won it. A couple bad calls at the end, but man, I'll tell you what, you have to make those. You have to react and make those adjustments. I don't know. I'm sitting there yelling. I was at the game. I'm sitting there yelling, call timeout, and they just let it go on and on and on. I don't understand. I don't get it.
The Sixers have the worst third quarter in the league.
They do. They are number one.
I put that strictly and solely on Nick Nurse's shoulders. Yes, the players need to do their thing too, but if this is a consistent issue, that's on the coach.
It is. Well, that is definitely good. You have to stop the momentum. Second chance points, man. I'll tell you what, we got beat 26-4 in second chance points. Got beat on the boards, 53-37. And God, I just don't understand.
Offensive rebounding, 19-6.
Yeah, I mean, everything else looked pretty good. I mean, we had, we won in fast break points, we won in points in the paint. But man, you can't allow second and third chance points with you can't give Jalen Brunson 3 shots at the basket. It just can't happen.
And then we also have the issue of former Sixers lighting us up, where Shamet went off. Shamet had some clutch threes.
Well, I'll tell you what, we left when Shamet hit that 3 at the end. They went up 102-108 with a little over a minute to go. We started walking out, and we got up. I had to go to the restroom. We're in the main concourse there, and I'm like, what the hell's going on? This game's still going on. and then all the wild finish, with, Brunson missing 2 clutch free throws at the end. There were so many the Knicks were begging Philly to win this game. And
Brunson put his hands on Edgecombe's bicep, try to hold him down on that jump off. It's like, thank you, Brunson, you keep giving us chances to win here.
Yeah.
And the Sixers just couldn't execute. I mean, they pulled us back in. The problem is our third quarter collapses. Then we claw back in the fourth, and it's just never enough. But they got close this time. I mean,
yeah, we did. I mean, like I said, if you play, if you just quell that momentum, call the timeout, make some adjustments, run some back screens, get the ball to Joel in the post, let him do what he was doing in the first quarter. They couldn't stop him. Even he's unstoppable the way he's playing now with the aggressiveness.
So Maxey's cooled off a little bit now that Embiid is heating up. So again, they need to find this median where they both can be on the floor at the same time and be super effective. By the way, as I'm talking about people on the floor, what did our boy Paul George do?
Okay, Paul George, he had 9, 6, and 2 in 31 minutes. Kelly Oubre had 14, 2, and 4. And okay, here's 51 million versus 8 million. I mean, okay, it's just repeated over and over again. But
we had to talk about this really quickly. Paul George is now our 5th option. It's Maxey or Embiid, and then it's either Edgecombe or it's Oubre, and then it's Paul George. $200 million players are 5th option.
He is the 5th option, man. I'll tell you what. When you look at the cap rules and you look at where we're at, we're over $14 million over the cap or over the luxury tax. We got, you got 2 guys taking 37% of our salary, and one of those guys is just, I just, we go up and down here on Paul George. I mean, every once in a while he'll play a good defensive game. He might pop 20 here and there, but man, I'll tell you what, that is a huge anchor for us right now. When you look at the roster, now let's talk about,
do you know what I hear Kate and Ala say often about Paul George? He's been quiet this game, but he just had a clutch shot. Well, thank you for your clutch shot. Your one play the whole game in 48 minutes. That's not what you pay a max contract for?
No. And you know what?
5th option is a max contract.
Yeah, well, back to Tobias Harris. I mean, I don't even know if he's. Here's a question. Let's ask the viewers: if you had the choice right now of Tobias Harris at like 38 million or Paul George at 51 million, who would you take?
At this point, you're Toby.
You take Toby. I mean, Toby had heart. You can say Toby wasn't a great finisher around the rim, but man, he had heart.
At that price, then you could bring in some other role players.
Yeah.
We need McCain back. We got to get him back. We need Grimes gone. I hope Grimes is gone at the trade deadline. I hope they move him.
Grimes, I'll tell you, he's really disappointed me lately.
He is the definitive and one player. Little crossovers and little moves. You're not helping the team. You're trying to make yourself look nice.
Yeah. Well, we have some major. Obviously, I think you saw they signed Charles Bassey last night to a 10-day contract.
Another former Sixer.
Well, it really has nothing to do with Charles Bassey. I mean, this has everything to do. Just so everybody understands, we had 14 players on the roster. With 14 players, that's less than the 15. It limits your two-way players to 90 total games. Total games across all of them. We hit that last night against the Knicks. So if they didn't make that signing, once you go to 15, it opens up your two-way players to play 50 games each. But without that signing, Jabari Walker, my boy Jabari Walker,
your boy Jabari,
mainly Dominic Barlow would have had this. They were done. So you had to do something. And as we come up here on the
these
trade
CBA
deadline,
rules really get down to the nitty gritty.
They do.
There's
I'll tell
so
you
much moving parts, so much variables.
It's really bad. But so I'll tell you what, Sinaj, if they trade Kelly Oubre, I'm done.
I think they move other players.
They're not going to do it.
They can't move Oubre. We need him. He's the glue. I think maybe Justin Edwards. I think maybe Drummond. I think maybe Grimes. Like you keep Oubre there. You need your third or fourth.
Yeah, I think Drummond.
You just can't move.
Drummond, Drummond's a $5 million.
There's other moves that can be made to get under the luxury cap.
Charles Bassey though, Philly drafted him a few years ago, right? He played for San Antonio last year.
I don't remember if we drafted him. I do remember he was on the Sixers.
I think we did. I think I was doing a little bit of looking at him this morning, but when he's healthy, he's actually could be a fairly serviceable. The problem is health. He's been injured his entire 3 or 4 year career.
Yeah, so, my brain keeps going back to this Knicks game and where Sixers faltered. Why can't they guard the three? They have no perimeter defense. They're getting killed out there on the three. this is a known issue with the Sixers. So why isn't Nick Nurse having a game plan around this, closing down on these shots? Shamet wide open. Anobi was open. All of these guys are open. I don't understand. If we can just get shut down to 3 on the defense, we have a shot.
One thing New York does really well. I mean, New York plays when they turn the heat up and they play that perimeter defense and they pressure the ball high.
You know what they do really well? Being from the biggest market in the NBA and having the refs on their side to win games, even though they did give us a lot of chances.
I'll tell you what, I was at the game last night. Half the half the friggin' stadium were Knicks fans. I'll tell you, Sixers fans do not sell your tickets on when we play the Knicks. You got let them sit. Just don't sell.
I'm going to tell you through the TV, as I was watching the game, you could tell the energy was a bit off. Every time the Knicks had a clutch play or something happened in the Knicks' favor, it sounded like half the crowd was cheering.
Yeah. Oh, let's go Knicks. You know what? I just want to.
The energy just wasn't there, and the Sixers clawed back, and they almost got the win, which was great. Please, Nick Nurse, don't put us in a position to have to claw back each time. But one thing we should mention about the Knicks fan coming to Philly is that we know why it's happening.
Yeah,
half of these guys can't afford the tickets in New York. It's skyrocketing prices. So all they have to do is take the train down here, drive down here. It's 2-3 hours away, and they come into the stadium. They act all big and bad. But you know what I hope for afterwards? Well, that's not what I hope. They go out to the tourist spots, Geno's and Pat's. They get their cheesesteaks, and they think they're tough in the Knicks jersey. Then they get jumped. I'm gonna guess they get jumped. It happens. Right? It's Philly.
Yeah. It is Philly.
It is Philly. Don't walk down the one block because that can happen.
Hey, real quick though, before we sign off on this frustration, great game against the Rockets. I'll tell you what, I was at the game. We went down by I think 9 or 10 in the fourth. I thought
that was a great game.
That was a great game from start to finish. We had a little bit of a letdown there in the beginning of the fourth, in the third, beginning of the fourth. I was just happy to see that fight, just not letting it end. But,
you know what I've been hearing and saying about that game against the Rockets? We had to win that game twice.
We did.
That was a clear goaltend. Clearly a goaltend.
Yeah, I think you may have, the short we put out. I mean, I put that out there. I mean, it was just, and everybody in the stadium yelled that we did. We should get 2 wins for that game. We should have got 2 W's. Very much a clear goaltend. The thing is frustration. And I know, Nick gets frustrated with this, and the rule is right. You can't review it. You can't review a no call. And the refs know that if it's close like that, you call it. If you miscall it, it gets reversed. You got to make that call. You got to make that call for goal.
Well, a great thing about that game against the Rockets is that Embiid had a triple-double. I don't have the numbers in front of me, but it was like 35, 11, and 10, something along those lines. But you know what I heard that his best stat was of that game? He had a triple-double. The best stat was he played 45 minutes.
He did. Yeah.
He played 45 minutes. The guy who I thought couldn't walk 2 months ago.
Last night, he went down on a play and held his knee. And looked like he was in
it was
pain.
Scary.
I said, "Oh my God!"
The way he fell and what happened, from what I could see on TV, I felt like it was precautionary. Like he was scared something happened, but the way he fell, I didn't feel like something happened.
He got right back up. I mean, we were there, and he got right back up. He looked fine after that, so I don't think there's any issue there. But
anyway. you mentioned passionate or frustrated fans a little, just maybe a couple minutes ago, and that reminds me, my cousin sent me a video. He was at the game yesterday, and after the game, he was a little vocal, and security didn't like it. So here's the video. But this is in a sea of Knicks fans, the Philadelphia guy still stands out and will talk what he wants to talk and say what he has to say, even mixing it in with security. So props to my cousin for that.
There you go. Way to go.
So the Knicks fans can experience our Philly hospitality, because that's what it is. Everywhere in Philly,
that's right.
Everyone's ready to be agitated and angry about something, but we're used to that.
Oh, well, what are you gonna do?
I mean, it was a fun game. It's a shame we had a loss. We talked about the Suns, then we had the Rockets, then we had the Knicks, and we're hoping not to have a 3-game skid. We got the 1 win out of it. Yesterday was close. I have hope. For the team. It came down to the wire.
I still do too. I mean, I think that first half was phenomenal. Embiid, he just looked great. Let's see what happens here on Monday at Charlotte. We should not lose that game. But yeah, I have hope too. I still think we
have a few winnable games coming up. I know we got the Hornets, we got I think the Bucks, There's another low team on the horizon.
The team that played Houston the other night can play with anybody.
Yeah.
That team can play with it. The first half team last night can play with anybody. We just have to, again, I'm going to boil this all down. We can go through stat after stat after stat. This is a coaching issue, and you've got to stop the momentum. Nick does it all the time.
I got a quick fix.
Oh, let the players play and fix it. No, you have to stop the momentum.
I have a quick fix. Paul George picks McCain and all of that for Giannis. Giannis is upset and wants out. He's been talking a lot more against the Bucks. So Giannis is on his way out. Let's go get him. I know it's not possible. I'm just.
I'll tell you what, that would be something.
Yeah.
I mean, so you're saying Paul George, McCain. We got
Paul George, McCain picks, whatever they got it. That's about it. I wouldn't give up more than that. You don't want to give it too much of young players that have potential. I wouldn't give Edgecombe. Yeah. And I would probably get crucified for that. How do you not give up Edgecombe? But I love it.
No, you can't give up VJ. Yeah, for sure.
All right, you mentioned Monday Hornets. You know what's going to happen now until Monday? We're going to be out there shoveling. We have historic snowfall and ice coming.
Yeah, well, we're in the same boat. We're in the same boat as about 200 million other Americans. So I was out there this morning. It's coming down, buddy, and so
it's getting rough. I'm going to get out there right now and start.
I might go out as well. I'm going to bring my snowblower out so we can. I might help you out a little bit. So
I first got to shovel a path for the dog.
All right,
dogs.
Well, look, everybody, you guys all stay safe out there in the Snowmageddon. If you're in the Snowmageddon path, stay safe and
stay home. Stay safe if you can.
Exactly, stay
home if you can.
Yep. Exactly. All right, we will see you guys later on this week. Thanks for joining us. Please like and subscribe. We always appreciate that. And like I always say, you don't want to depress Sinaj by not subscribing. So he gets that way.
Yeah. So. I want to say though, even though we lost yesterday, go Sixers. It gave me some hope, some little more hope there. It came down to the wire. So go Sixers.
Amen. And Prime Point Social was very good last night. I had the smash burger. It was good. Yeah.
Was it really smashed? I hate when people say smash burger.
Yeah.
It's not really smashed though.
It was good.
All right.
Smash burger.
Good. I'm glad you enjoyed it.
All right, guys. Check it out. See you guys on Thursday.
See ya.
Out.